Are you looking to retire down here to the Gulf Coast of Florida? In this video, I'm going to give you 15 of my favorite and arguably the best communities to retire into as an active older adult. Hi, I'm Ryan Zachos. I'm with Zachos Realty Design Group. I'm broker and owner, and I was actually born and raised here in Sarasota. I started this real estate firm with my father, who retired from the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. We believe that we know this area better than anyone. We have a great passion for helping people that are relocating here from out of state. Let's dive right into the video. So in these 15 communities though, I have to deem them as active older adult focused or something that I would want to retire into. Because of that, I have some parameters that I'm setting for this video. One, the home has to be new construction or newer construction. That's really important in today's world because with the storms and the recent code updates to the counties, there has to be stricter building codes in which they're abiding by. So we want to know that the home has either hurricane shutters or hurricane impact glass, as well as the roof is essentially strapped down via rebar down to the foundation, which helps in any type of hurricane or storm. And there's a lot of other codes that have taken place over the years, like plumbing and electrical and things like that. So I think it's important if you're looking to retire down the area that you have a home that is up to date on all the codes. That's the first thing. The second thing is I want to make sure the community itself is amenity rich. If I'm looking to retire somewhere, I want to be in a community that is very social and it's very active. So these communities all have an element to that. Some way greater than others, but all these communities have great amenities and are very social from an active older adult lifestyle. The majority of these communities I'm going to talk about today are maintenance free, which means that the community itself will maintain your lawn. Some of these communities even pressure wash the outside of your home or paint the outside of your home. But I want to focus on communities, if I'm looking to retire again, I want to focus on communities that I don't have to worry about the maintenance of the exterior of the home or the lawn. So the majority of these communities exist that way. The next thing is gated. Again, all of these communities are gated. That bonus one I'm going to give you at the end, I couldn't put in this 15 list because that one is not gated. It's not gated because the community itself doesn't allow it. So I do think that it would be something worthwhile mentioning on this list. So that's why I'm going to put that as a bonus neighborhood on the list at the very end. And then the last thing that I want to mention is affordability. I think that it's super important if you're looking to downsize. You don't need something that's going to have a high cost to carry. You want something that's going to be affordable, easy to get into. So most of these communities offer villas as well as single family homes with a starting point in the probably 300s to 400s. So you can find villas or even townhomes in some of these communities for in that 300-400 range, and obviously going up from there if you're looking at single family. So I think those are some great qualifications to make a great list for retirement communities here on the Gulf Coast of Florida. To start at the north, I'm going to work my way down to the south. So starting in the very, very north, we're looking at that northeast corner of Lakewood Ranch. There's no rhyme or reason in how I'm doing this based on price point or amenity richness, but it's going to be based off of just geography. So starting from the north, working my way down to the south. So first one is Starfarms. Starfarms is a D.R. Horton community. There are a couple other builders in there, but for the purpose of this video, I'm going to talk about D.R. Horton. What I love about Starfarms is the fact that there are multiple amenity centers and each amenity center is focused to a different age demographic. There is an amenity center called Adventure Retreat there at Starfarms, which is focused to the active older adult lifestyle. This community is spectacular. There's a main amenity center that's going to have a restaurant, fitness center, active lifestyle director, everything that you would expect in an amenity-rich community. But again, what I do like is that if you want to be in a paired villa in that $400,000 range in Starfarms, you can have your own adventure retreat, which has this bocce, tennis, pickleball, has a resort-style pool. It's got a resistance pool. So there's so much going on. It's catered to that active older adult lifestyle. So if you're looking for an affordable home in a wonderful community, Starfarms is the first place to start. And then going a little bit south from there, we're going to talk about an elevated community from Starfarms would be Esplanade Azario. This is a Taylor Morrison product. They have 18 holes of wonderful golf. And the cool thing about Azario is that there's deeded golf and there's non-deeded golf. So depending on if you actually enjoy and want to utilize the golf, you can and pay more of a premium for that lot as well as the monthly. Or you can choose to not be in the golf on the deeded golf lot and just get access to the wonderful other amenities that the community has. So there are villas that start in the high 400s in Azario, and then obviously single family work its way up from there. But again, gated community, Taylor Morrison, absolutely spectacular. If you want to talk about living in a resort, this feels like you would be living in a resort. I mean, there is a day spa. There is poolside cabana with a full restaurant, bar, fitness center, activities galore, tennis, pickleball, any kind of activity you could think of is there. They have tons of clubs that they offer. Very, very social. Absolutely love Azario. I'm going to talk about a Sweetwater. It's vastly different than Azario. Azario is probably the most amenity-rich community you can have, and Sweetwater is probably like on the other end of the spectrum. But what I do want to mention is some people don't want all that, crazy amenities, crazy social life, whatever. They kind of want to live, surround themselves with people like them, but not necessarily be in the midst of all that. So Sweetwater offers that. Sweetwater has villas. It has its own little villa section in the back that's definitely catering to more to the active older adult lifestyle. And it's also got its own little pool and stuff like that. It's a gated community. So if you're looking to kind of just be removed, quiet in the back of a community, Sweetwater would be great. It's an MI product. So again, it feels very elevated. D.R. Horton's going to feel a little bit more baseline. MI is going to feel a little bit more elevated regarding the finishes of the home and villa. That's something to consider if you want something that's a little bit smaller, more removed. The next one to talk about is there's only a couple 55 plus communities in Lakewood Ranch. Cresswind is one of those communities. Cresswind is built by Coulter. And Coulter is very known for its luxury condos and luxury hotels that it's built, and it's gotten into the single family market. So obviously they have a very luxurious brand and a lot of details that go into building these homes. This is a single family home community, so the price point is going to be a little bit higher. You're probably starting in that 500 range for a single family home and then going up from there. But it's a 55 plus community, has everything you would ever want regarding resort style living. The only thing that's missing, in my opinion, if I were 55 plus looking to retire, is the restaurant. It does not have a restaurant like the Del Webbs do. We're going to talk about Del Webb in a second. But if you're looking for 55 plus, tons of clubs, tons of lifestyle, tennis, pickleball, resort style pool, resort style living, Cresswind is something to consider. Again, homes are beautiful, community is great. Next, Del Webb. Del Webb is a 55 plus community. There is actually a Del Webb that's completely built out, but they're actually, because it was so successful in doing the 55 plus Del Webb in Lakewood Ranch, they are just about to open September 16th. They're opening the sales center for Catalina, which is the new Del Webb product that's going to be east of Cresswind and Lakewood National and Sweetwater, but just a hair more east. But again, Del Webb is spectacular regarding the amenities. That's what they're known for. They are built specifically for that 55 plus age group and a very active lifestyle approach. Wonderful fitness center, resort style pools, tennis, pickleball, everything you would imagine. They even have the restaurant and poolside bar and all that kind of stuff. So Del Webb is definitely something to consider if you are looking for specifically a 55 plus community that is super amenity rich. Something to look at. It is a sight to behold for sure. Now we're going to go to Lakewood National. Lakewood National is a Lennar product. What's really cool about Lakewood National is 2 18-hole golf courses. The PGA Tour, the Corn Ferry actually does go through Lakewood National, so spectacular golf courses. If you're a golfer and you want to retire to that bundled golf community, Lakewood National is that community that you should consider. They have everything from small condos in the 300s all the way up to single family homes well over $1 million. So these condos, they have these coach style homes, and they have single family homes. So there's an option based on your price point, budget, and all that kind of stuff. Has bundled golf, 2 18-hole golf courses. Again, it's kind of like the Azario regarding how amenity rich the community is. That has the day spa, it's got the poolside restaurant and bar, a wonderful practice facility for golf. So there's so much going for it. Something to consider if you are looking for that true resort style living in Lakewood Ranch. Now we're going to dive down to the very southern part of Lakewood Ranch, which now is called Waterside. It's in Sarasota County. There's a community called Windward that is there that I want to just bring to attention. Windward, again, is kind of like the Sweetwater, where it doesn't have the crazy amenities, but there are tons of amenities there. There's that 24-hour fitness center, the resort-style pool, tennis, pickleball. It's got everything that you would want within a community. It just doesn't feel as social as like the Lakewood Nationals or Azarios from my perspective. But what I do love about Windward is its location. Since it is a Sarasota address, since it's the most southern part of Lakewood Ranch, it is right there off of Fruitville, which gives you straight shot to downtown Sarasota. So if you're looking to be closer to the beach and closer to downtown Sarasota and all that Sarasota has to offer regarding the plays and the performing arts and culinary stuff, then Windward would definitely be something to consider. We have sold a ton in there, and our clients are very happy in purchasing in there, and they do enjoy the amenities in Windward. Continue going down south into Sarasota. The next Sarasota community I'm going to talk about is Esplanade. Esplanade at Skye Ranch. So Skye Ranch is a massive community. It's a Taylor Morrison product. So there's a couple other luxury builders and custom builders that are building in Skye Ranch as well. But for this purpose of this video, I'm going to talk about Taylor Morrison. So Taylor Morrison has two kind of parts or sections of Skye Ranch. There's the Casilla and then there's the Esplanade. And Casilla is, in my opinion, more toward the family or young professional. There's an amenity center kind of in the middle of that Casilla section that's called the Hub. And there's a lot going on. There's basketball, there's a climbing wall, there's a, resort style pool. But again, it's kind of catered to a lot toward kids, in my opinion. So it is still a wonderful amenity center, something to check out. What I do want to mention though is the Esplanade section. That is geared more toward those active older adults. It's going to have its own amenities. There already is a pool that's separated from the Hub that is just for the Esplanade section. Esplanade has villas as well as single family homes. You can get into a villa in the 400s. And then obviously if you're looking for a single family home, you can go up from there. This is not a golf community. Like Esplanade Azario is a golf community. This is not a golf community, but it is there off of Clark Road. Wonderful location in Sarasota. You are just east of I-75, a couple miles. And so if you shoot straight down Clark will dump you out into Stickney Point, and then Stickney Point is the South Bridge to Siesta Keys. If you love Siesta Key and love everything that Sarasota has to offer, Skye Ranch is something to consider if you are looking to retire into kind of the heart of Sarasota. Point that out, put that on the list. The next is Talon Preserve. Talon Preserve is in Nokomis. They're saying Talon Preserve at Palmer Ranch. It's on the south side of 681. Palmer Ranch is probably a stretch, but they did get the naming of that. So Talon Preserve at Palmer Ranch. It's in Nokomis address, considered Nokomis, North Venice to some. I love Talon Preserve. It's a DeVosta product, gated community, super amenity rich, restaurant bar, poolside restaurant bar, pickleball, tennis, bocce. There's even a game room, arcade room there, fitness center that you would expect. It's a beautiful community. There are villas as well as single family homes, villas in the 400s, and then single family homes up from there. We just actually went to contract with a nice single family home in the community in the low 500s. Again, very affordable, very amenity rich community, wonderful location in that you're right off of 75 on the south side of Sarasota. So you're a little bit removed from the traffic and all that Sarasota has, but yet close enough to jump on 75, but shoot down a couple exits to UTC and everything that Sarasota has to offer. And then continuing to work our way south, we're going to now enter the Wellen Park region. There's a couple communities that are fully built out, but worth noting on this list. The first is Sarasota National. It's just like Lakewood National regarding the product. It's a Lennar product. Lennar has been very successful in building these elevated resort style communities. The Sarasota National was the first, and then Lakewood National, and then now they're actually building Wellen Park Golf and Country Club, which is again kind of like a mirrored community to those other communities. Bundled golf. What's cool about Sarasota National is there are two sections of Sarasota National. There's the non-golf section and the golf section. You could be in Sarasota National, unlike Lakewood National, where everything's golf bundled. You love the amenities and love the culture that it has, which is an amazing social environment. Again, the day spa, the resort pool, lap pool, the tennis, the pickleball, everything you would imagine with the community. Tons of activities. They even have a card room if you're into like playing cards. There's a lot going on in Sarasota National. If you don't want the golf, you don't have to pay a little bit more for the golf section than you will not. So that's actually a huge benefit that you can get in Sarasota National and not have to play the golf. Again, they have coach style homes starting in the 400s, single family homes even now in the high 400s. Great option for that. Then just south of Sarasota National is Islandwalk. This is again a DeVosta community. It's completely built out. It's a wonderful non-golf community. So there's no golf, but very social, multiple pools, multiple amenity centers, very active, very social, something to consider if you're looking for a resale at good value. There's tons of value in there. Again, sold a handful in there. And everyone absolutely loves the community and the social aspect of Islandwalk. I think Nick with our channel just did a video on Islandwalk as well. That's definitely a community to consider if you're looking to retire to the area. And then continuing to go down, now we're going to jump right into some of the new construction options within Wellen Park. Brightmore, the only 55 plus community in Wellen Park. It is going to be absolutely spectacular when it's all said and done. They have villas, they have single family homes, villas starting in the 400s, and then the single family homes going up from there. This is going to be an amazing amenity rich community. The restaurant, the bar, the pickleball. What I love about it, I don't know if you're into pickleball. I love pickleball. I love tennis. Pickleball actually has a stadium court. So there's going to be leagues and tournaments and everything else out of Brightmore. It is very active from that perspective. It's got everything you would imagine in a 55 plus community. It's going to be like that Del Webb. This is a Manatee product. So Manatee is a large builder that's building a lot in Wellen Park. And the next community I'm going to talk about is Sunstone, which is that Manatee product as well. you're not looking to be in a 55 plus community, you don't want to be in a 55 plus community, then Sunstone might be that community that you want to consider. It's a kind of a little bit of a scaled down version of Brightmore, but still a wonderful community. They have villas in there. They have single family homes, all affordable. It's going to have every amenity that you can imagine. Definitely consider that if you're looking to retire and you want to be in this Wellen Park area. And then I mentioned it previously, the Wellen Park Golf and Country Club, everything from condos to single family homes, starting in the 300s, I believe, for the condos in there. Well, it has a 18-hole wonderful golf course. I just played it a couple weeks ago. It is a public course still. I'm sure once it's built out, they'll make that private, but it is a wonderful golf community. It has everything that like the Sarasota National has and the Lakewood National has. It's a spectacular community worth considering if you're looking for a golf community in Wellen Park and for new construction specifically, because there's tons of new construction still to be built in Wellen Park. And the last one I want to mention is Boca Royale. This is another 18-hole golf course community. The golf is not mandatory in Boca Royale. This is a Neil product. They're finishing up the new construction in there very soon, but if you're looking for resale or you're looking to be kind of in that charming, established, rich feeling golf community, Neil has Neil's signature in this community, which has like massive, larger estate style homes, but then they also have some smaller single family homes and even villas in Boca Royale, starting in the 400s. But, you know, I was just in there with a past client that I sold in there a couple weeks ago. We had lunch at the clubhouse and they're actually renovating the whole golf course currently. So a lot going on. It's a wonderful community. What I like about Boca Royale is proximity to Manatee Key and the beach. It's actually the closest community to the beach out of anything in Wellen Park. Once they open up that road that will cut down from Wellen Park downtown to Manatee Key, then obviously the Wellen Park Golf and Country Club and Sunstone and some of these communities down more in that southwestern quadrant of Wellen Park will have great access and great proximity to the beach. But right now, Boca Royale is the place for proximity to the beach, golf, 55 plus, active older adult lifestyle community. They have, again, everything you'd imagine, fitness center, resort style pool. They actually have a couple different pools within the community. There's a lot going on there. And then I want to end with the one that I said that was the bonus. This is a community in Lakewood Ranch. It is just getting off the ground. I like it personally because it is in Waterside. So again, if you don't care about the school district, but you care about geography and its location and proximity to downtown Sarasota and the beaches, then I love Waterside. I love what Shellstone's doing. It's going to be a little bit higher price point because it's going to be only single family homes, but that base price is going to be a homes by town product at a single family home, probably starting in the 600s, but it is just breaking ground, so you can still get some good deals in there. I love the size of the lakes and the water that it's sitting on. I love the location of it. It's not gated, but it is going to be maintenance free. Tons and tons of amenities that are going to make up Shellstone, so it's definitely worth putting that on the list if you're touring Lakewood Ranch to check out Shellstone. So I would love to help you out. I'd love to be a resource for you in this relocation journey. Please let me know if you have any questions. I look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks. Hey, thanks so much for watching the video. I just want to pop on real quick and tell you a little bit about who I am and who we are here at Zachos Realty Design Group. I'm Ryan Zachos, as you heard throughout the video. I was born and raised here in Sarasota. I currently live with my family in Lakewood Ranch. Started this firm with my father about 8 years ago or so. We have an office in downtown Sarasota and downtown Venice. He actually lives on Venice Island. My father relocated here from Michigan, and it was his first career out of college at Michigan State, was a police officer here in Sarasota County at the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. My mom relocated here from New Jersey when she was actually a child, so they have both relocated here from out of state, but it afforded me the opportunity to actually be born and raised here. So I spent my first 18 years living in Sarasota proper, and then now with my family, we live in Lakewood Ranch. I absolutely love everything about the Gulf Coast of Florida. I've worked in St. Pete, I've worked in Tampa, I lived in Sarasota. My parents currently live in Venice Island. I have sold a lot of stuff in Wellen Park. I'm passionate about this area, and I think that it offers an unbelievable lifestyle that is unparalleled to anything else in the state of Florida, let alone the country. I do think that being born and raised here, it provides me the opportunity to provide insight into communities, into areas that a lot of agents don't know. There are a lot of agents, there's 10,000 plus agents here locally, and a lot of those agents actually aren't from here or haven't lived here that very long at all. So being from here, I have had the privilege of building relationships with tons and tons of vendors in every industry you could think of, but then also just having that intimate knowledge of each community and each area, whether it's a pocket of Sarasota or a pocket of Venice or Lakewood Ranch, whatever that consists. So I do think that I can provide that value in great detail for you and help you in understanding what your relocation goals are and helping you achieve that in what kind of home and community you want to ultimately be in. So please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions at all. I would love to be a resource for you, and I hope I can meet you one day. Thanks. Talk to you soon.